What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we have another great episode for you today, and today we are going to be talking about the difficult guests and what to do when you encounter these 5 difficult guests. Stick around to the end, you may learn something, and as always, please like and subscribe. All right, so let's kick this thing off. We are going to go over these difficult guests, the top 5 difficult guests that you deal with, how to deal with them, what to do, and let's jump right in. Let's start with one of my favorites, the discount guest. This is the guest that contacts you, says, hey, I don't like your prices. I need a discount. Yes, I looked at many listings. I looked at yours. I thought it was beautiful. It was my favorite one. I thought it was priced better than all the other competition, yet I'm still going to ask for more. So with this guest, you really just want to say no. So normally I just tell this guest, hey, sorry, my discounts are embedded in my price. I will let them know of any active discounts that are in their price, and that'll be the end of that. If you do happen to say yes to these guests, I promise you, they will show up and they will look for more ways to get more money out of you because they are discount shoppers and they love your place, but they don't love your place enough to pay full price. Just move on from this guest. So let's jump right into guest number 2, the It Just Broke guest. This guest is one of my favorites, one of the most fun ones to deal with. This is the, hey, I was just walking with the coffee pot and it spontaneously shattered. Or, hey, I just got home from the concert and the lamp broke while I was out, while no one was here, while nothing was happening. The it's not my fault, it just broke guest. And although there's nothing wrong with a guest breaking some things, accidents happen. Obviously, if they're destroying your place, that's of course very wrong. But accidents happen. If they have kids and their kids knock something over, then of course, no big deal. Make sure they should take care of it. However, my favorite type of guest with the it just broke is the one who goes, it just broke and it's not my fault. So somebody else broke it, or it just spontaneously combusted, or just shattered completely on its own with nothing to do with me. Anyways, this guest is very easy to deal with. Just make sure you're pleasant, professional, take care of them. After they check out, make sure you record all the damage, all the costs, save all your receipts for replacing it, and follow the steps to go through air cover to get this replaced. Okay, that one's easy enough. Then we're going on to the third, which I would say these aren't in any particular order, but the third may be my most favorite guest to deal with. You could have the most fun with these guests. They're very unique, and that is the know-it-all host. The host who comes and stays at your place, who knows more about your business than you do. They want to hold over you. They come in and say, hey, listen, your sheets should be a 1200 thread count. Hey, you should really paint your walls a different color. I'm not talking about a host who has some good feedback or a guest who has some good feedback. We're talking about the true know-it-all host who comes into your place and makes ridiculous comments about how, hey, you should cut back some trees because there's not enough sunlight in this part of your yard. I wish I was making that one up off the top of my head, but I have gotten that request from another host before who wanted me to start taking down trees for them because they thought it would appease them better. So anyways, when I'm dealing with the know-it-all host, all I do is, again, I maintain professionalism. I thank them for all the different crazy variations of advice they give me, and then I let them go on their way. Do I make any of those changes? Usually not. However, sometimes once in a blue moon, there will be a good suggestion in there. So don't overlook the advice they're giving you, but for the most part, you're just gonna throw it away, thank them for the advice, tell them you're gonna look into it, and move on with your life. On to the next difficult guest, the Can My Pet? 'Pet? 'Come? 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 'Pet? This is specifically on listings that have no pets allowed, and this one is one of my favorites. So the Can I Have My Pet Come guest is one of my favorites for two reasons, because you have two different variations of the Can I Have My Pet Come. You have the Can I Have My Pet Come because they're a great pet, they won't do any damage, they won't destroy anything. Well, I'm going to tell you a true story about that version of the Can I Have My Pet Come that happened to me. I had a guest who booked for 2 weeks over Christmas and New Year's. Can I have my pet come? A small dog. And anyways, needless to say, I finally said yes. This was a pretty big booking. 2 weeks during the holidays. You know what? It was a Merry Christmas time, and I said okay. Sure enough, there was an issue when they arrived where I had to go out to the property, and their dog bit me. Literally bit me, put a hole in my leg. So thank goodness it bit me and not someone else walking down the street, because that could have been very bad. So if you have a no pets policy, make sure you stick firm to it. Don't ever deviate from it. The second version of the Can I Have My Pet Come is the emotional support animals, the ESAs. So my dog, my parrot, my llama, my elephant, my gerbil is an emotional support animal. Can they come to the property? And the answer to that is yes or no, depending on your policy. However, remember, emotional support animals are not service animals. So service animals, you have to allow them at the property, and you cannot charge any additional fees for them. However, emotional support animals, if you so choose to allow them, and some states require that you do, make sure you check your local state, you can absolutely charge the pet fee. They are going to try to say no, and you just have to say, yes, I'm still going to charge you the pet fee. I'm sorry, but it is not an actual disability service animal. This is an emotional support animal. Now, make sure you do not call it an extra cleaning fee. If you do, Airbnb will not back you up and not allow you to charge it. This is a pet fee. Okay, so those are the emotional support animals, and make sure you look up your local laws before you make any decisions on which way you go with that. I typically do not allow them at all, but if I do, I absolutely charge a pet fee for them. So the last one, and probably the most important one, is the needy guest. This is the guest that shows up and says, hey, I have 4 pillows, but I need to sleep with 5. Hey, you have 48 forks, I need 50 forks. I have literally had guests request some of the most ridiculous things from me, where they need an extra blanket, an extra towel, an extra this, even though there are tons extra there. I've had guests tell me that the 10 rolls of toilet paper isn't gonna be enough the first night they show up, even though they don't know if it's going to be enough. They just say, hey, it's not going to be enough. We need more. We need more of this. We need more of that. So with the needy guest, I typically just have a few rules of thumb that I follow. So rule number 1 is I'm never apologetic to them. Okay. Again, I've kind of gone over this in some communication videos. You could check them out if you want to look at the link, but I'm never really apologetic to them. I will be very thankful to them, and thank you for letting me know. Thank you. And I will try to accommodate them as best as possible. But for the most part, I really can't accommodate all the crazy different requests. So what I will do is I will just be very thankful, let them know, thank you so much for letting me know. When you run out of toilet paper, please shoot me a message, and I'll make sure I have my cleaners drop off some more for you. Things of that nature, where you're solving their problem, but not doing it immediately, not at their beckoning call. And this usually keeps them at bay and make sure they still have a good experience, because in the event they do run out of toilet paper, we absolutely show up with plenty more. But again, these are a fun guest to deal with. They always have a million different things they need. Hey, I need hypoallergenic blankets. Have you had a cat in your place in the last 250 days? Things of that nature, where they are just being very, 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 very specific. And A lot of times, if I see those requests coming in with a lot of those questions before those people book, I will go ahead and decline that booking because I know there's just going to be a lot of issues. It's going to consume a lot of my time. In the event they're already booked and already in there, I just go ahead and take care of them. But anyways, guys, these are the 5 difficult guests I deal with. And from time to time, let me know if there's any guests I missed that you think are very difficult. And let me know, more importantly, how you deal with them. As always, guys, thanks for watching the video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.